plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow, and when you plant spring flowering bulbs, you're going to be waiting for a lot of tomorrows till you see the results of your labor, like 4 or 5 months worth. Usually I plant them, forget about them, and in the spring I say, who planted these things? Anyway, I'm Carol Trottier, and today on Back to the Garden we're going to learn how to properly plant spring flowering bulbs for a beautiful spring. I'm here today with our town horticulturist, Bonnie Klein, who's going to tell us how they plant tulips here at Clark, which is usually a huge undertaking in the fall.
It is a big undertaking. We plant over 3,000 bulbs just in these display gardens alone, about 5,000 throughout the 12 acres. So the first thing that we do is add compost. This is our biofirm that is sold through our Fannie Dwight Corporation. If people want to purchase this for their own gardens, and put it in, incorporate it into the beds for the fall planting, for the bulbs, they can purchase that through the Fannie Dwight. So we're going to do that today. We're going to add all of these compost to our annual beds, which is about 250 to 300 feet of annual beds.
Bonnie, what is in this compost biofirm?
So this biofirm is composted horse manure. It is what the horses eat and then what comes out at the end. And it's composted with leaves and other material. We get it at CW Post. Well, the not-for-profit gets it at CW Post.
It actually doesn't smell bad. So we've got our compost. And now we have this beast of a thing. What is this and why do we need it, Bonnie?
So this is our rototiller, and we're going to rototill these beds to make the soil pliable to plant the bulbs. You want the soil to be nice and easy to put the bulbs in, and also good drainage, because if the bulbs sit in water, they will rot and they won't come up next year.
All right, well, let's get started. Luigi, we're ready. So we're all rototilled here in the garden. And I have a question though, Bonnie, about tulips and bulbs.
Sure.
Why do we have to plant them so early? Why can't we just put them in April, right before we want to see them?
Tulips need a cold treatment. And they bloom in the spring, and they have to go through a winter in order for them to bloom. So you have to put them in now, so they go through the winter with a cold treatment, and then they'll bloom in the spring.
I think I'm getting a cold treatment right now, but okay. So let's get started on planting the tulips, but what are these sticks for, and like how do you decide what goes where?
Well, this section at Clark Botanic Garden is a huge display. It's an annual display bed. So first we have tulips coming up, and we design the beds in masses of tulips. So that has a wow factor when people walk through the garden gates.
And what kind of design are you planning for the spring, or is it top secret?
This one's top secret. It is going to be beautiful because it's our 50th anniversary next year. So in the spring, we really plan something spectacular. So it should be really nice.
Now, can you tell me a little something about a bulb?
Yes.
Which way do they go and why?
So the roots, which you would see, little roots at the bottom, go down, and the neck area, which is a little point, will go up. And that's where the bulb starts to grow out of, this point here.
So I'm ready to get started. How many of these do we have to plant?
Well, today we are planting 5,000 bulbs.
All right, well, we better get going. And then how far apart do I do?
6 inches apart.
Like here, would you say?
Yeah, a little closer even.
Boy, this is a lot. And how many we have to do? 5,000?
5,000.
Bonnie, bring in the electric one. So these go in about 6 inches?
6 inches deep.
Now, Bonnie, what about squirrels? I heard squirrels like to dig up these bulbs and eat them. How do you keep squirrels away?
Shh. You don't tell them that they're here. Now, you can use chicken wire over the bulbs. That's one way to do it because they don't want to dig through the chicken wire. Another way to do it is to use companion planting. So if you plant alliums or grape hyacinths around the tulip bulbs, the squirrels don't like the taste of those, so they usually stop at those bulbs and don't go for the tulips.
These tulips will be here for 6 months before we see them coming up in April or May. So I'm going to go home and have some hot chocolate, and I'll see you then.
Bye.
Hello, I'm Judy Bosworth, North Hempstead Town Supervisor. I hope you'll visit us here at Clark Gardens sometime soon. And please bring your gardening questions. Thanks for watching.